Today, we're going to take a trip to Umbria in Italy and make their delicious pasta alla Norcina. The ingredients for this are super simple and very similar to a pasta I've already made on this channel, but it's going to be pasta, sausage, this is just Italian sausage, garlic, 2 cloves, right around 1 cup of a white wine. This is a Pinot. We have some heavy cream and we have a diced up white onion. That's all you need. It's very simple. I'm not even going to mince the garlic. We're just going to pull it out of its outer wrapper and we're just going to give it a little crush. Mine had a little green in it, so I'm going to pull that out and we're just going to throw that in with the oil and let it become beautiful and fragrant. You could pull it out if you want, but you don't even need to. To get this started, I'm just going to throw some oil into my Dutch oven and we're going to throw in the onion and the garlic. I'm putting this in cold, so as that oil comes up to temperature, all those flavors will really meld beautifully. You don't really want to brown it, so I'm starting it on low heat and just letting it kind of do its thing for 3 or 4 minutes until you really smell that garlic. And then what we're going to do is push it all off to one side and we're going to throw in that sausage and just try to flatten it around so it doesn't necessarily get color, but it starts to cook a little bit, and then it's going to be easier to break up, which is the following step we're going to do. The sausage has now been cooking for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to flip it over and we're going to start to break it up. A wooden spoon is great for this. If you also have any sort of utensil that won't damage your pan or pot, use that. The slight cook on it is what helps it kind of break. When it's still too raw, it's a little hard to separate, but the light cook that I had on it is perfect for that. And once you get it all kind of broken up, I'm going to mix it together with all the other ingredients that are in there. And here we are after 3 or 4 minutes. You can tell that it started to really get some nice brown color, develop some fond. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So we're going to add that white wine at this point. Then we're going to let it reduce by about 75% or until you can drag that wooden spoon through it and it'll leave a nice little trail like we do with most sauces. Once you get that in, also, we're going to get that pasta cooking. It's going to be about 10 minutes al dente, which will time out perfectly. Right there is the goal. As you could see when I drag that wooden spoon through it, it leaves a nice little trail of no sauce. That's perfect. That's how you know it's reduced by enough. And now we're going to throw in that cream. This is right around 1 cup. It's going to be the perfect amount once it starts to reduce and thicken. I'm trying to make about 1 portion here. It's going to be a little more, but if you want to make more, just scale up those ingredients. Double it. It's very easy. We're going to salt it. We're going to pepper it. Try to not salt it too much at this stage because when we add in cheese, it's going to intensify the saltiness, so do not over season at this point. Pepper, you're good to go. As much pepper as you like, but try to be a little careful with that salt. And then we're just going to let this do its thing for a little while. I'm going to add in 1 spoon of that cheese right towards the end, about a minute before that pasta's ready. But the main part of the sauce is just let it simmer and do its thing, and that's all you need to do to make that sauce beautiful. Once your pasta's ready, just make sure you grab a little bit of that pasta water to use later, and we're going to put the pasta right into the Dutch oven with a splash of that pasta water, and we're going to mix it up. As you can see, it coats the noodles perfectly, which is what you're looking for. That's why I like to use a shape like penne, but you could also use a ziti for this. That's totally fine. Rigatoni, all of those open-hold pastas are perfect. Once it gets right where you want sauce-wise, I'm going to add in the last little bit of cheese and a splash of that pasta water. And then we're going to turn the heat off. That way we don't risk it breaking once everything's all mixed together. But it shouldn't, and you are done. That's your entire sauce. Throw that on a plate the way we usually do. Coat it with a little bit of extra. I used parm. I know that's not necessarily what you would use in Italy for this dish, but I've seen plenty of Italian people just use parm, and it's totally fine. If you want to use Pecorino Romano, that's the more traditional, and it's also totally fine, but look at how beautiful that is. Smaller meat pieces, if that's your thing, you can do. If you want to go bigger also, that's totally fine. But diving in to give it a little bit of a taste, the wine really cuts through the creaminess with a nice bit of acidity, so this is a great step up of that dish I've already done, and this is delicious. Give it a try. I think you'll love this sauce.